Alright guys, first thing you're going to need out is the note card, okay? The blue note card.
Did you want this note?
No, I bought them at the store.
At school?
Yeah. What store do you think I bought these at?
Walmart.
Yes, I did.
I have went to Walmart and bought the school stuff.
You buy school stuff at the Walmart too? Me too.
I went to Target.
You went to Target? I go there too. I love Target stuff. Okay, you're going to need this blue note card out at first, okay? Don't write anything on it. Do not write anything on it. Alright. Has anybody ever read Officer Buckle and Gloria? No. Aylin, you have? Okay. So, do you know what we're going to be talking about today? Aylin, do you know what we're going to be talking about today? No. What'd you say? Cadence, go ahead. Nouns? Maybe. We might talk about some nouns. Does anybody know what a key detail is?
Yes.
Cadence, what's a key detail?
It's probably like it's like it's questions about the story.
Somewhat. So if I told you I go to school at 8:30 in the morning and I get out at 12:05 and then I drive home and then I play with my dogs. What do you think a key detail in that story would be?
Something you do.
It's like something that you need to remember. So like, if somebody gives you this long story, and then they ask you a bunch of questions, and they ask you, what time did Miss Bush go to school? What would you say?
12 o'clock.
What time did I go to school?
8.
8. So that's a key detail, right?
Yes.
Something we needed to know out of the story so we can answer the questions, right? Okay. Does anybody know a community leader in Montgomery? What's a community leader? Let's start with that. What's a community leader?
It's somebody that guards with people.
What's a community helper? What's a community helper? Omri? Yes, good job. Who else can be a community helper or a community leader? Go ahead. Allison. A doctor. Alex, go ahead.
The principal.
Principal. Who else? Alina. Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
Bees.
What'd she say?
Bees.
Babies?
No, bees. Bees. What are you saying? What am I saying? Police.
Police?
Police.
Police? Oh, okay. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I thought you said babies. I was like, babies. Aylin, who's a community leader? Who else do you think would be a community leader or helper? Police. Who else? We have police, we have firemen, we have doctors, we have principals. Zuri?
A vet.
A vet, maybe. That's a community helper. Miriam? Did you say police? We love the police. We love the police, don't we? Kylie, who else? Say that again. Principal? What about teachers?
No, she said president.
What? Oh, president? He's not a community. He's more of like a world leader or like a country leader. What about in your community? In Montgomery, who do we think? What about teachers? Do you think they're community helpers?
Yes.
What about your bus drivers?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Neighbors, they take you somewhere.
Your neighbors could be. What about the superintendent? Do you think they're a community leader? Yeah. Does anybody know what a superintendent does or who they are? No. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a community helper, Officer Buckle, okay? While this story is playing, I would like you to take your note card and I would like you to write down a key detail. That can be a rule that he talks about or something that you guys want to remember in the story, okay?
I don't know how to spell.
It's okay. Spell as best as you can, okay?
Here?
Yeah, on the note card. It can be on either side, okay? And then we're going to talk about our key details, okay? And then we're going to do some other fun stuff. Oh. Yes, ma'am. Chloe.
I don't know how to keep on signing. Look on
okay.
the
I'll
card.
type
You
that.
can write what's on the card.
Yeah, just write on, well, don't write what's on that, Cadence. Write something in the story, because none of that stuff may be in the story. You need to write what's in the story. A
What
key detail
story?
in the story. We're about to listen to a story.
Well, I don't. Can we listen to the story first and then write it?
If you want to. It might be at the end of the story, it might be at the beginning of the story, but I just don't want you to forget it.
Can we just write it while we're watching?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking you to do.
Alright.
Write it while you're watching. If you
Alright.
find a key detail in the story that you want to write down, write it down, okay? If you don't find one, then we can come up with one afterwards, okay? Alright, so everybody listen.
My job is to make college easier because students have a lot to talk about.
Hope and Gloria by Peggy Rathman. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to his bulletin board. Safety tip number 77. Never stand on a swivel chair. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. Children, this is Gloria, announced Officer Buckle. Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit. And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2, said Officer Buckle. Always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. Good dog, he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawings showed a lot of imagination. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend, Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phones started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. "Officer Buckle," they said, "our students want to hear your safety tips. And please, bring along that police dog." Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, "Do not go swimming during electrical storms," the students jumped to their feet and applauded. "Bravo! Bravo!" they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news.
Bathroom.
The next day, the principal of Knappville School telephoned the police station. "Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech." Officer Buckle frowned. "I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway." "Oh?" said Mrs. Topple. "Well, how about Gloria? Could she come?" Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely. Then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Knappville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh. Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, "Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. Thank you everyone for reading along and joining us today with the story of Officer Buckle and Gloria. I think the lesson learned is that we should always stick with our buddies and friends. What are some things that you and your friends managed to accomplish this year? I want to hear your thoughts and your stories down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed
Alright guys, can sit down, okay? We're gonna talk about them. Okay, go sit down. Okay. Go sit down, baby. We're gonna finish it in just a second. Okay, now we'll talk about it, okay? Okay, did anybody write down something really important in the story?
No, me.
No. What'd you write down?
About the story.
Yeah. What'd you say about the story? What was something that stuck out to you in the story? I wrote down about the children sending letters from Napesville to Officer Buckle with pictures of Gloria. Do y'all think that might be a key detail to remember?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Omri. Does anybody remember any of the rules that Officer Buckle said? Omri? Keep your shoelaces tied. Ava?
Stick with the buddy.
Stick with your buddy. Anybody else? Dina, did you have one? Your mask broke. Okay. Alex, did you have one? Did you raise your hand?
Stick with Gloria.
Stick with Gloria. Lewis? Yes, you can. Okay, guys, so what I need you to do next, we're going to talk about some police officers and what they do in our community, okay? So I need you to get out this pink or blue paper. The pink or blue paper. Okay? Hold it up if you have it. Hold it up if you have it. All right. So what we're gonna do, you guys, is does everybody know what hot dog style is? When you fold a piece of paper, this is hamburger, and this is hot dog. You're gonna fold it, first fold, you're gonna do it backwards, okay? And you're gonna line up the pieces of paper. And there's a line on the top that you're gonna follow across to fold it, okay? The wording needs to be on the outside, you guys. Needs to look like this. Needs to look like this. Yes, you did it perfect. Yes, ma'am. Moses, good job.
Are we gonna read this
Yeah, we're gonna read it.
together?
Yeah, we're gonna read it together. So it needs to look like this. Ava, can you help hold this? If you need another one, I have another one. Oh, I'm not with that, baby.
Not like that. It's like this. You would just be
We'll hold the hot dog first, remember. All right, hold it up. Let me see, everybody. Yes, Lucy. It's okay. He's tired. Good job. I'll take it. Thank you. Okay guys, now we're gonna do a hamburger fold. So you see these lines on the back of the paper? Alright, we're gonna line those up, okay? You told him? Alright, and then there's also lines on the front of the paper, and you're gonna fold it like that too as well. So it should look like this. Your book should look like this. Your book should look like this. There you go, baby.
He doesn't really know how to do the hammer. Look at the title. It's not blue. It's the blue one. Blue it out. No, what it is.
You got it, Lucy?
What it is. See what it is.
Is everybody's book folded? Yes, write your name on it. Write it somewhere on the bottom or on the side. Okay. So I also need you to get out this paper. This one. Yours is, you already have yours out. I need you to get out this paper, okay? We can fold it in a second, but we're gonna answer the questions.
I need Aubrey Brown in Miss Broadway's room for a checkout, please.
All right, if you have this paper, set it on your desk and get out a pencil. Miss Clayton, do you mind if I erase this?
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna write things out on the board so you guys know how to spell them, okay? So we can put them in our book. Cadence, make sure it's folded hot dog first, baby. Make sure it's folded sideways first and then fold it up and down. Open it back up. Open the paper back up like this. Yep, now fold it down like sideways, so it should look like this. There you go. Now fold it this way. There you go. Alright guys, let's get to our first page, okay? So it's going to say police officers in schools. And then you're going to open it up and it's going to be like this, okay? And I'm going to read the first page. Alright, and then we're going to answer some questions on this paper, okay? So we're going to have to remember some key details from this page so we can answer the questions, okay? So your first page should have 2 police officers on it and then a school. If it doesn't look like that, then find those pages, okay? All right, set it down. Thank you, Lucy. All right, is everybody on that page? Okay, it says police officers have different roles in schools. It can change depending on where you live or what grade levels are at the school. Police officers are only a phone call away and can come help a school if they are ever needed. Okay. I'm gonna fold mine so I can see which one of our questions is first.
Don't put that in.
Okay, what are some different reasons police officers are in school? Do you think it gave us our answer on that page?
No.
Because it says they have different roles, and it can change depending on where you live or what school you go to. I don't think it gave us our answer on that page. All right, so let's keep reading to see if we can find the answer, okay? Y'all just follow along. So now I'm on the page with the school. In some places, police officers are at a school for protection. Many high schools in the United States have a police officer there all day in case they are needed. So what are some different reasons? What do you think some different reasons are for a police officer to be at a school? Omri. Keep us safe. All right, guys, I want y'all to write down, keep safe.
Where? Where? On the blue thing,
So on this sheet, yours looks like this.
Do we need to fold it?
No, don't fold it. So in this first square, your paper is sitting like this. So you're gonna turn it over, and in this first square right here on the bottom left, it's gonna say, what are some different reasons police officers are in school? So if your paper is upside down, yep, right there, Lucy.
Upside down.
Yep, bottom left, Christopher.
Yours is upside down.
Yep, it's supposed to be.
Upside down?
Yours is right there. So turn your paper like mine is, and it's gonna be right here.
What does it say?
What are some different reasons police officers are in
We
school?
need to read. We need to put.
You're gonna
that
write
in
keep
here.
safe. Yes.
We have to write the same thing what you wrote.
You're gonna write this.
So we do this. Can I write the same thing what you said?
You're gonna write this. Write this same exact thing right there. In this space right here. So if your paper looks like mine, it's gonna be right here. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Does everybody have that one?
No. No. Yes. No. It's not there, Lucy, on the whiteboard. Yeah, it's in right there.
K E E P S A F E. You got it, Lucy, or you need me to move?
What?
one more E, Lucy.
You didn't put space.
Yes, Christopher.
Can I go to the carpet?
Yes, you can come to the carpet. Are you gonna be able to write down here?
You're supposed to put space in.
What do you guys think? Okay. What is something else you guys think police officers do?
Help people.
They help people?
They catch bandits. Oh, you are baby. They catch bandits.
So write that one. They help people.
They catch
In the school, they catch bandits in the school?
No.
Are you guys a bunch of bandits?
No. We're kids. We're kids. What we can do is
You said clean your room?
Yeah.
Do you keep your room clean?
Sometimes I do.
We're gonna have to call the police if you don't, right?
No. That's silly. No.
When you get done writing help people, let me know. Alright, so I'm gonna read the last page, okay? Well, let's go to the second question because they have the answer on this page. Okay. I'm gonna leave it up here so you just keep writing, okay? Can you still get a hold of police officers if they are needed?
Yes. Yes. Not done.
Okay, so right next to what are some different, so when you wrote in this box, it's gonna be the next one over next to it, okay? So if your paper looks like this, it's this one. And you're gonna write yes.
Where? The left one? Yes.
This one right here. You're gonna write yes.
Right there? Where?
This one right here, you're gonna write yes.
Oh. Y-E-S, yes.
This one. Write it right here. Right, yes. Next to it. Yes. Yes. Okay, so in this box right here, we're gonna write yes.
I did that already.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I did that already.
Good. How can we get in touch with a police officer if we need to?
Call them. Call them.
What's the number?
911.
All right, so in the same box that you wrote yes, you're gonna write call them.
C-A-L-L.
Thank you. How do you spell them, Cadence? Do you know?
T-H-E-M.
Thank you. Did you read that off my board?
Yes.
So in the box that you wrote yes, you're gonna write call them 911. If you ever have an emergency, you can always call 911 and someone will come help you. What do you mean? 911.
What if you're
Sit down, baby. You need to come sit up here, Lucy, so you can see. Come sit up here. Come on.
Can I sit there?
I know you can see because you spelled the word for me.
Because I was on my legs. Hi, Lee. Then hi when the teacher
Alright, so we're gonna read the last page, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so it says, other schools only have police officers come to their school to teach them how to be safe. Some schools have police officers come in to tell the students everything they do for the community. What did we talk about in the beginning? Community what? Helpers.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last question, it's at the top with the police officer.
Okay.
You're gonna write an answer in there, okay? This box right here, it says, how do police officers help in schools or community?
Someone besides the police officer.
Yeah. Yes, you're gonna write that one, so turn it upside down.
If somebody do something, then like steal something in school, the police
It's
officer.
gonna be in the box next to the police officer. Say that again, Cadence, I'm sorry.
What do we need to write? Student
Cadence is telling you.
in the teacher's class, if the teacher has something to do and it leaves the classroom and somebody steals one of the teacher's things and the teacher noticed, the police will come.
So,
Steal
can we write theft?
Huh?
Theft? Stealing? Theft?
thief?
Theft.
What does that mean?
A thief is somebody that steals. Theft is what they do. Does that make sense? So you said steal something, which is right, but can we write theft? It's like a synonym.
Yes.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
It's the same thing.
I thought it was
Cadence, how do you think I spelled theft?
T
Uh-huh.
H E F.
One more letter. T.
T.
So if there's theft, then the police officers will come help, right?
Yes.
What else do you think police officers come help at schools and communities for, Zuri? People don't get hurt, okay? So we're gonna write, don't get hurt. And everything we read, the yes, and the call them 911, right in this other box, baby. The one above it. You don't have to write it right now, but write it later, okay? Yes, right, don't get hurt. Yes, Sebastian. These go right next to the police officer on your piece of paper in this box. Next to the police officer. Yes, Chloe. Later. Okay, what is one last thing we can write in this box that police officers help do in our community?
Arrest people.
What do they do to help, Cadence?
They catch bad people.
Okay, we can put that under theft.
Flashing.
Do they keep our roads safe?
Yes. If somebody
They go like look around the house and they don't do something.
All right, we're gonna write road safety. done with this one, let me know. You're done?
I'm done.
Thumbs up whenever you're done.
Do you have to write almost you?
Because we're gonna fold this little booklet and then it's gonna be two little booklets you can put into one, okay? You're done, okay, go sit down. Put a thumbs up for me when you get to your seat, okay?
I'm done.
Okay, go sit down,
Done.
go sit
Now
down.
fold the page.
Do we fold a page?
We're gonna fold it.
Miss Norris, Miss Deese, Miss Childs, can you please come to the front office? Miss Norris, Miss Deese, Miss Childs.
Alright guys, whenever you get done, hold a thumbs up. Okay, so we're gonna fold this piece of paper, okay? We're gonna fold it the same way we folded the other one. So you're gonna fold it down. And your police officer should be facing you. So he should be facing you, or she, sorry, she's got pigtails.
You called her Eve.
She's got pigtails.
Can you color it?
You can later.
Oh yeah, she does
We're gonna do some coloring in just a second.
Are you supposed to put the white first or the police officer in school first?
We're gonna put the police officer in schools inside of the other one.
Can you say the colors? Because I don't understand because both of them have the same thing on.
We're gonna put the pink one on the outside, the white one on the inside.
Can you color it?
Yes, we can color it later.
Oh, the pink one in the in.
Yeah, so it's gonna be like this. Look, after you fold it sideways, you're gonna fold it over, okay? Yep, just like that. Let's see the other way. You're finished? Great job.
You know, when you're done, put your thumb up.
Thank you. Here, Lucy. Now you have a booklet. So we're gonna take this one, we're gonna slip it inside here, and we're gonna fold it over. And it's gonna look like this, okay? So that way, you can open it up, and then you're gonna open it up, you're gonna have questions. And your answers to your questions are gonna be on this booklet, okay? And then you're gonna flip it to the last page, the last page. What's wrong?
We have to stay split.
I don't know how.
It doesn't.
I know.
We're gonna do something.